G'day, today we're going to have a look at the weekly challenge in Mini Motorways. This one's set in Dar es Salaam. So we have unlimited traffic lights, double the number of motorways awarded, and buildings can appear directly adjacent to destinations. Watch me have unlimited traffic lights and use as few traffic lights as frustratingly possible to those watching. I promise I don't do it on purpose. I still come from a time when they were pretty useless in mini motorways, and I think it just has me forcing to forget, even though I've probably played the game more since they came good. I do like this level though, so hopefully we can put up a good score here. It's really going to factor in on how close our houses get to our destinations. So that is definitely a good little start there. I'm going to put that up as opposed to a straight down, just because I think that it's a bit smoother for them getting in, as opposed to having to do a sharp turn backwards. This car here's sitting backwards in there. Is that always the case? If there's two of them in there, are they waiting to turn around? I don't think I've ever stared at that long enough to notice before. I mean, we won't ever find out here because that guy sort of goes in circles around and I guess moves to the position of where they're about to come out from. Essentially, the guy on the left is always waiting. Sorry. Yeah, all depends on which way you're facing. This guy's waiting to U-turn. It's always going to be the guy on the right because these cars drive on the right-hand side of the road. There you go. Never noticed that before. I mean, there's the positive sides of having houses that connect directly to, or can be connected directly to a outside a destination. There's the negatives to it. What we experience is probably just a negative to it. And there we go again. No one wants yellow to be comfortable. All right, yellow. So what are we doing with you? Let's go on a real journey. We probably don't. We don't want to hug some of these sections completely. I want to give a little bit of room. There's not enough room for warehouses, destinations to go in there, but enough room that we can have houses go in there. Because yellow house, red house, blue house in here is going to be beneficial. Same goes for in here. Everyone, even a yellow house in here, we can sweep around it. Basically, we're still at a point where everyone could benefit. And I guess it's quiet enough that yellow can just cope with this crazy long line compared to everyone else. I'm pretty sure that eventually, if my memory serves correctly with Dar es Salaam, is there'll be a dark blue population that come up on this peninsula. If that's the case, then that guy's going to be much easier to take care of just moving them up here. Because these guys are actually could just sort of sweep down through here. Alright, well, take the bridge because I don't know how many roundabouts we're going to really need. Alright, alternate option. These two guys, let's have you connect down there, and let's use a roundabout. That's not a roundabout, it's a traffic light. Let's use a traffic light. That's how rarely I use them. default destination means our world just got a little bit harder. Especially how that's sort of on the outside of any housing at the moment. Short of it being a yellow house that goes here, everyone else is sort of quite blocked off from getting to this. Do really seem set on only offering me bridges and roundabouts. I mean, I realize it's because they're not offering me traffic lights at all yet, and we're probably too early days to get motorways, but it does feel like two things are not really... I don't need that many bridges here. It's only going to be this thing down here that I need to use it for, but I also don't know how many roundabouts I'm going to really ultimately use. Definitely we want to use a motorway for these guys here. Possibly we'll just have them jump over to him, and then we'll have these guys route down that way. Always rude. Cut in on a building like that. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Not a good connection, that one. Is it going to slow down as they go through that? Oh yeah, that's right, we did get 2 motorways on this one, don't we? Got that little bonus. Alright, so let's connect that guy straight down. And let's get a motorway going with this guy. Let's then think about how we want to divide this up. Because we now have a second motorway that we can use. Sort of, I don't know how effective that's going to be sitting like that. Let's do that. Fingers crossed this ends up being purple. It's the dream. Where we cut down a little bit because we've got so many around traffic lights. It does feel like we're going to get a little spoilt here for like I said, I feel like I'm going to get a population of these guys here eventually. I would like to get these guys probably connecting on that side. But for now, we'll just have that one guy running through, offering the assist. Okay, let's get this guy rolling up here. Oh, that disconnected. How many motorways we got? Currently have 1. So, we'll wait for Sunday to end first. Thank you. What we'll do is we'll get rid of that. Turn them around. I mean, that does sort of limit the amount that are going to be able to connect to them at any point, but we'll leave it for now. And then we can have these guys just swing back up to help them. Alright, we've got our weird little hub thing going on there. I don't know about the merits of the way that I build a hub like this. Bad or awful. Okay, 3 guys here. Put that. Put it there. Go 2 guys here. And 2 guys there. Also probably just shift that to there. Alright, so I go to there. That guy to come down here. And then we'll divide this into 2 groups. They can come across there. Because interestingly, if I was to put... I couldn't connect a house like this or that to a connection like this if they weren't already there, I think. I do wonder as well if I should connect this to him. Sort of to cater to the potentially busier one. Well, let me connect him. Yeah, it's those 2 that I would have thought couldn't, so that's okay. Alright, well at least that answers the question of what to do with these 2 guys. Just leave him be for now. Get that guy connected. And this guy. Do still have a motorway on hand as well. Probably these yellows are traveling a fair bit of distance at most others. That certainly causes problems for my little niche group up there. We'll just keep an eye on how this little group develops. If they get 5, or even if they get 4, really, they can have that. It's still very early days too, like we're only just hitting 1,000. Alright, so let's connect him there. Get rid of, oh, I've only got the 1, so let's get rid of that. Run them down and around that way. Jump that to there. We'll give them a little what's up, and then we'll get these guys. Jump across there. Just love being on top of each other here. Alright. Him. There we go. Start of my little neighborhood at the top. Okay. Little neighborhood at the top means that we can claim this motorway here and put it over here. poor yellows that have been displaced so many times to get to this guy are going to get displaced again. And we are going to make them go. And do that. Thank goodness. Okay, so firstly, let's get rid of everything we just built. And we can give these guys back that connection. These guys are looking busy at the moment, but I think they're just adjusting to a recent shift. A lot of guys connected just for this little thing here, but let's pause for a second. We've got 3 red guys there. We've got now 4 guys there. These guys still sneak through at the back there. We will try and make this change too, so we'll get rid of that, pause that, put him there, give these guys a motorway, and put it there. These 3 guys really don't need to be their own thing either, like, we've got more... we've got more sort of houses up here, and these guys can just be shifted to help out this guy, I suppose, or this guy. Which are both probably pretty under supported at the moment. Alright. These 3 guys down here, we will give a motorway to, and we will put them there on the opposite side of this. We will then get rid of those and give that guy that way, and those 2 that way. Get rid of that, and go there. We do want to... We get 2 more motorways. I probably want to look at, yeah, redoing dark blue. Now getting enough guys up this way that we can use that as a hub for here. And then we can break up that hub. Yikes. Okay, so let's get this guy straight across and we'll loop them around that way. Wow, they are really just trying to squeeze in anywhere, aren't they? Oh, okay, so you've just sort of claimed that intersection as yours too, so let's break that off. And let's work out what blue houses we have available. So we've got 3 guys there, 3 guys there, 4 guys down here. How do we even get out of here? Guess we just gotta wait to see if we get a motorways now. Thank goodness. Alright, so let's push him up one. Go there. Three for him. 4 for him. 3 for him. 2 for him. Highway 10. Oh, we already put one in. There you go. Get out of there, Highway 10. Highway 9. Okay, next up. Flip that up there. We then go that. This guy overflows, we'll never know. Alright, we do still have an extra motorway here. This guy's not looking great. You can see that he's sort of constantly sitting in a state of at least this one's an easy one. Not too many of them have given us a layup like that. Alright. One. Let's get rid of that. Maybe that was too many to get off there. That guy back. Actually, we've also got that guy up there, so let's leave those two. We'll go like that. You can definitely see the slow that happens as these guys come back in, sort of highlighting how this isn't the most efficient way of designing a highway. That system that I've put in so many different places and continue to build. I'm not going to connect him because it might just cause him to slow down. Alright. Go wedged in here. I'm going to get rid of that guy, just in case he's going to slow them down at all. Because we are getting other guys that are sort of connecting into that area, and potentially just blocking where we might get someone else show up. We're getting a lot of dark blue houses at the top here. Is anyone really in trouble? That's really the big question. The guy here's not looking too great. Alright, let's pause for a second. So we've got another guy here. We need to find a yellow neighborhood, get to him. So we currently have 3 guys looking after him, which is quite a long way for just 3. 6 guys looking after this guy. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys looking after that. So somewhere between those guys and these guys, we can make another one of my bad little neighborhoods. Send it that way. They're looking a little bit more under control now. Not sure about the effectiveness of this roundabout either. If it's just slowing them down potentially, or is it allowing them to sort of move smoothly through? Okay. Completely reasonably, the guy with just one house looking after him is finally getting upset. Let's sweep those 3 guys in to help out. a disappointment every time we get not a motorway at this point, I'd say. Okay. Well, probably not too much to worry about with that. Now, did I just hear someone make the overflow sound? Just can't see them if they did. Okay, red go down here. So I guess currently it's red's turn to surge. It's just such a nice continuous stream of guys going that way. I suppose that, like, this is obviously a little bit slowing them down, but is it just that the guys aren't getting there faster than this is building? Doesn't look like it. This guy. Yeah, okay. So let's try and do some little makeshift fixes. There's no point just sitting there watching this guy fall apart. I mean, I suppose we've only got the one motorway at the moment, so let's just currently surge these three guys down here to help out with this. Potentially making things worse before it makes things better, if it makes things better. If only I had an unlimited supply of roundabouts, right? Alright, red is now starting to go wild everywhere. Alright, let's get rid of that. It's not helping. I don't feel like there's much I can do other than just sit there and watch this collapse. At least not till I get this back. Alright. So I guess we lose that guy from that coming in. Suppose what we can do is run these two guys all the way up and around the top. Fingers crossed the extra addition of this guy does mean that they like the stress on red eases the slightest little bit. So I mean, like, we're losing in this battle, but like only just that like if something changed, it would sort of flip back the other way. There's a third guy there to help out with that. We've got that motorway back. Let's quickly flick these two guys over. Now again, it could possibly just create a bigger traffic jam than what this guy can handle, but I mean, we're all out of other ideas at the moment. And at least if they're sort of lining up here, maybe they're going to get in there quicker, maybe? I mean, you can see just red in general is not in a happy place. Okay. So what we can do now is we can apologize for getting rid of Yellow's Road. And then get all of that, and we can go right away from here. There. See, definitely red is just not in a not happy place at the moment. They're just going through some stuff. Whoa. Every second counts here, boys. Alright, we can probably get a few more blues connected to that one. No, that's not really the problem. It's this one. The skin of the teeth that's holding on. We made it to 5,000 at least. We can celebrate that. I guess the kind of problem with this guy is that these two are closer, so that they block the road every single time they come through. But the fact that they are sort of allowing these guys the chance to come up is meaning that we're getting there. It's just it's almost like the fact that there's a line means that they've made the longer part of their journey, I guess, and I don't know. For some reason, to me it feels like this is okay. Although we're just letting that guy there collapse, so let's try and do something about that. Again, we're just gonna... I mean, these guys are gonna be slightly closer, I suppose, than that, so... Maybe I waited too long on this one. Although if this isn't the one that sinks me, then I tip my hat to this warehouse and the hard work they've put in. This purple guy here is going quick. He is really not happy. Let's try and get some extra purple in there. This purple's also not happy. Sort of like, I guess my purples just are in a bad location. This is a bad series of movement we got going on here. Alright, let's pause again for a second there. Okay. This guy here, can we have a look at what's going on? Let's try and... I think that guy facing that way. That was all we needed to do. Problem solved. Okay, purple. Purple's recovering, I think. It looks like they're recovering. These guys here... I don't feel like adding anything extra to the back of this is going to make that any better. Let's get that guy off that road at least. Try and ease their stress. Okay, so firstly, let's get rid of that. A motorway there. It's just fun sort of building as high a motorway count as we can as well, so it's highway 15. Get that guy to come into there. This guy. So it could cause a bit more of a slowdown here, but we'll see how we go. This guy here is still calamitous. Did I end up giving him an extra one? No, I gave it to him. Okay, so... Where's the entrance? Okay. So if we add a second little dip down there... Now the problem is we actually want these guys to connect to there, and we want to make these guys connect in here. Problem is that if we move this, they're not going to sort of correct until like they clear off it. But these are the closer guys. So similar to this, the problem in this design is actually that these two guys should be here because they're the priority. They're going to be taking more of these trips. I think they're closer than those are. And that's a problem that we're going to create here, that if these guys are further away, they're going to have to go via the further away guys every time, potentially causing them like a much larger problem. And causing me a much larger problem. And again, we're on a... I mean, you can see we've just hit 6,000 though, so we've been on a razor's edge here for more than 1,000 points. This is some of the craziest management of a single destination I think I've ever seen. Now, did I not give these guys a second one? Let's have a look. I thought I had 2 on those guys. Got 2 on him, and then I've only got, what, the 1 on him? And it's those 4? I only had 4 guys looking after him? I had 2 on there? No, that's my fault then. For some reason I thought I already had 2 on that guy. Ah well. Let's see how we did. Up 1%. Number 9. We can certainly hang our hat on that. Anyway, any questions or comments, feel free to chuck them below, but till next time, catch you later. See ya.